Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today, U.S. markets got absolutely crushed. Dow got crushed. S&P 500 crushed. NASDAQ even more so. Minus 300, almost negative 3%. Right? So today was just a horrible, horrible day. However, Bitcoin is holding strong. Bitcoin right now, as I'm recording this, 29,800. So it did break below 30,000. However, the percentage drop is much, much lower than, say, the NASDAQ today. But why did a U.S. market sell off today? Well, it's because tomorrow we will get CPI data. It will measure inflation. It will measure inflation for last month, which is in May. Will inflation go down? We saw the CPI number go down from 8.6% to 8.3%. Are we going to see it drop to 8.2%? Maybe. So all of Wall Street is waiting for that data to come out tomorrow. And if it turns out to be good, well, we could see a tremendous rally. If it turns out to be bad, we could see more sell-off. So I do believe that is what happened today. And of course, the fear is still high everywhere. Right? That is why the fear and greed index is still in extreme fear, number 13, or 13 out of 100. But if you take a look, every time we have that clump of fear, it's just a matter of time Bitcoin reverses and heads higher every single time. And we definitely have that clump of fear right now. Okay, so that's what I want to start out with, but there are other things I want to share, including today, some good news out of Consensus. Consensus is ongoing right now, but a couple of CFTC chairmen did talk about this new crypto bill, and they thought it was very, very encouraging because the bill does put more emphasis on the CFTC to look at and regulate versus the SEC. We know the SEC, especially with their history with Gary Gensler, not the biggest pro-blockchain / crypto guy right now, even though many thought that, with his expertise or his background, they thought they would be more pro, but right now, not so much, right? Going after Binance, going after Ripple, and going after stable coins, going after a whole bunch of projects right now. So CFTC, which controls commodities right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum, both deemed non-securities, are under the purview of CFTC, and many others could be in the future as long as they're deemed non-security. So CFTC does think the crypto bill could be good. We know that regulations are coming. Regulators want to be able to have greater oversight. They want to create this framework to track things, to tax things, right? So as long as we get in front of it, which a couple of senators have, like Senator Cynthia Lummis, I believe that this could be a positive thing, right? So again, it's still early, but we have some friends. We have some friends in Congress. Now, this is interesting. Someone is comparing the DXY to this market cycle or market psychology chart that many of us have seen before, where it shows a trader and all the emotion it goes through as something goes up and then down, right? And someone plotted a DXY against it, and it's looking like it's following it to the T, right? Right now, of course, with all the geopolitical macroeconomic stuff going on, the dollar is showing strength, which is why dollar or DXY is going up, but it's starting to fall back down, right? So could it follow the same fashion of this? And why this is important is because every time DXY goes down significantly, assets like Bitcoin skyrockets, right? So is that right around the corner? Interesting. This, of course, is just showing, every time Bitcoin falls, it does follow a certain pattern. And it does usually bounce right at this kind of ascending line, kind of a support line, right? And you go back all the way to 2015, 2018, and where we are now, yes, we have hit that line. Here's another model called the Mayer multiple that is actually showing that, of course, Bitcoin. Here's another model called Mayer multiple, which again is measuring Bitcoin throughout the years and measuring when Bitcoin is basically oversold and when it tends to turn around, right? And again, right now, we are at that oversold level. So there's a million of these models and metrics and indicators out there that have shown that Bitcoin from the bottom is now recovering, right? This could be the reason why Bitcoin is so strong right now. I guess only time will tell, but what I'm focused on is not necessarily these models, although they do help. What I'm focused on are stuff like this, the future, right? And this is interesting from Will Komet, showing you where Bitcoin is now versus where it will be, basically going 100 years into the future, right? This is measuring percent of global population using Bitcoin. And if you look at 2022, it almost doesn't register, right? But as the years go on, the percentage of population of the world will start adopting Bitcoin. And you could see the growth curve is exponential. But you could see we have a long way to go, right? And this is what I'm focused on, the growing adoption, usage, right? Network activity, and these things are still going up. All right, the last two things I want to talk about relate to altcoins. First one is VeChain, and this is a very significant partnership, and it's about time. VeChain becomes the very first official layer 1 blockchain, and they partnered with UFC. Of course, I know everyone watching this knows of the UFC, mixed martial arts, and this is absolutely huge. Now, Litecoin did have a partnership with UFC before. I don't know if that's still ongoing or what happened, but VeChain is making a big push westward, which is why they moved their headquarters to Europe now, and they're really concentrating on marketing themselves. They started out just building, and now it seems like they're getting very serious about drawing attention of the West. So this is actually enormous, absolutely enormous. This is spread out over the next 10 years, so I can't wait to see what happens. But if you're watching your next UFC fight, you could definitely see some VeChain signs on within the octagon, on shorts. You know, it's coming. It's coming. And the last thing I want to talk about is Luna, Terraform Labs, and there's just a lot of bad news coming out. So now it seems like the Seoul police is investigating them for tax evasion, for market manipulation, and also they're looking at an employee that withdrew a large amount of Bitcoin, right? This article doesn't say specifically who, but I think we could guess who that person is. And it just so happens I saw this, and basically, Watcher Guru, who broke the news on the tax fine by the authorities, the $78 million, right, fine that was placed on Do Kwon and Terra Labs, they're also reporting this, that Terra employees reportedly confirmed that Do Kwon cashed out about $80 million prior to the crash. Could this be for the taxes, the $78 million fine, or is it for something else? I don't know, but there's just a lot of stuff that's happening. So right now, Terra has lost absolutely all trust and faith of their previous followers, and Terra 2, Terra 1, they're just kind of not doing much right now. The only thing I saw that is giving us a little bit of a relief pump is this. There's a new proposal that is going to pass through, and basically for Terra Classic, they're going to implement some burning mechanism, which many people have talked about, like a 1.5% burning mechanism based on usage. So that is driving prices up just slightly, but overall, there just seems to be a mountain of FUD on top of Terra right now, and I just don't know what's going to happen to them in the future. So, good luck. Good luck to Do Kwon and Terraform Labs. All right, guys, that is it. Tomorrow is a big day. Let's see what CPI comes out at. Did inflation go down or did it go up? And let's see how strong Bitcoin is tomorrow when the data comes out. All right? Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.